irritating. Oh, then we got something to do. Okay, talk to you later. All right, guys. Whew, sorry about that. I don't know what in the world just happened. But anyway, we got somewhere to be. So come on. Oh, oh, by the way, before we get into this video, I do want to introduce you that sorry, today's just not going as well as I thought it would be. But I do want to announce to you that we do have Shiver and Fear buttons. This video is brought to you by Shiver and Fear buttons, and we're going to be representing kids across America this year. So always remember that. Anyway, so let's get to this. All right, guys, we started off a little rough here, but we are starting off on a good foot, I think. First of all, move down to our level and adjust this a little bit. There we go. Hey, Children Fear fans, this is me, AJ Hard, and we are going to be doing another baking session with our original ingredients. So you may be thinking, hey, we're going to be making a cake. No, we are going to be using cake mix, baking chips, eggs, oil, and of course, a little food coloring. Now you're probably wondering, like, what in the world are you making if you're not making cake? We're making cookies. That's right, you heard me correctly. We are making cookies. We are not making a cake. Because I'll tell you this, when I make a cake, I use soda. Now I know you're probably wondering, like, wait, you use soda to make a cake? Yes. If you want to see me make a cake, then check out my cooking videos on my channel. But no, we are making cookies. And let me tell you why we're making cookies. Because we actually have a number one fan whose birthday is coming up. So we are going to celebrate by baking some cookies. All right, so as I said before, it's a simple mixture. The same stuff that you use for a cake is the same stuff you use for these cookies. I will say that this cake mix says cake mix, 4 eggs, half a cup of vegetable oil, and water. So what we're going to do is we are going to use half of the amount of eggs. We're still going to use the same amount of oil, but we're not going to use water. All right. So first of all, before we even get into that, the first thing we need, of course, is a bowl. And we cannot mix anything without a spoon. All right. So we have all our ingredients here. And if you are interested in learning how to make this, we are going to tell you the ingredients. We're going to tell you the recipe. We're going to tell you all that. So do not worry at all. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cake mix. Now you can use any kind of cake mix. We are going to make Shiver and Fear munchies. And Shiver and Fear munchies are a very interesting cookie that we made our own kind of recipe, but we followed a recipe to make the recipe. So I don't know where the scissors are, so we're going to do this differently by making a cut through the paper. Alright. Now, made a cut through the paper, right? It's a lot easier, and we're just going to pour the whole batter in. So like I said, this can be any cake mix you want. Any cake mix at all. It can be strawberry, lemon, chocolate, whatever you want. Alright. Now, I don't know exactly how you make your cakes or anything. I don't know if there's a specific order. People complain about how people put milk before cereal. I'm the kind of person who puts cereal first, then milk. But I don't know what order you put everything in. I don't know if it matters. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna start off with are the eggs. Now, this recipe calls for 4 eggs. That's if we're making a cake. We're not making a cake. We're making cookies. So we're only going to use half the amount. So we're going to use 2 eggs. All right. All right. Done with that. Now, you probably think you need to add the coloring after you put all the liquids in to become like a dough and everything. I like to do it a little bit earlier just because I want to get the feeling in. So the first thing I'm going to do before I put the coloring is I'm going to mix in the eggs with the batter. Now, you can do this any way you feel is neat. All right. I'm going to do it a little bit differently because instead of putting it in now, I'm going to put it in with the oil. All right, so this calls for half oil. All right, so this is what we got with putting in the eggs. The reason I'm mixing it up so early is just because I want to get in the mix already. Now, if you think there's a problem with that, go ahead and comment because I've done this before in many different ways and never had an issue once. So, all right, now we're gonna put in the oil. Half a cup. This is exactly what the recipe called for. Half a cup. All right. All right. Now, before we pour that in, we're gonna put that coloring in. Now, the only downfall to this is that this is oil. This is like water. So if you are a scientist, then you know that oil and liquid do not mix right away. All right. So we have droplets of food coloring in the oil. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. All right. Put that in there and then mix it all up. And just like that, we're getting that blue in. We're getting that blue in. Yep. All right. And I mean, look how smooth it's coming together. It's coming together pretty smooth. Like I'm very impressed with this. All right. So the batter is looking a little greenish. So let's add a little bit more drops. All right. Just a little bit more, just to get it a darker blue feeling. So now, when the dough has gotten like all stuck together and everything, all you need to do now is knead it. And if you're one of those people who are like, what in the world is kneading? I'm kind of confused on what you're talking about there. That means just grab it and mold it. All right. Now, I have washed my hands, but just to show you that I am clean. I'm going to wash them again, just for your sake. All right, there we go. All right, so now we can knead this dough. So we're going to get all this extra dough and we're going to knead it. All right. But hey, we're not done. We're not done this yet. We got a lot more to do with these cookies. So just really look at that. Look at that. Like, can you believe that this is cake mix? Like playing with it like Play-Doh. But this is cake mix. Like that's amazing to me. All right, all needed together, but we are not done because we have to add in the chips. Once again, we're going to split these open and dump as many of these as you want to. It can be a lot, it can be a little. Now, these are what I call sugar and fear munchies. They are a white cake, colored blue with white chips. Because if you do not know, Sugar and Fear's theme color are blue and white to represent ice because we chill out. That's why you see a lot of my videos saying chill out. It's like our slogan, our logo. You know, chill out with Sugar and Fears, chill out and read, you know. All right, there we go. Now, something that I don't usually do that I'm going to do for this batter is I'm going to add marshmallows. Now, I'm not going to add a lot. Just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit more too. I'm going to add a little bit more. I use marshmallows when I don't have any chips, and sometimes I mix them up together just for the fun of it. I usually use them in cake. All right, and there is our cookie dough. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to get the oven ready. You set the oven the same way as you set the cake. So we need to set it at 350. All right. So we got it at 350. All right. Done with that. Done with that. And we can put these to the side. Which, by the way, if you are using food coloring, use the liquid, not the gel. I don't quite know what the gel is actually for, but it doesn't seem to help very much. Maybe it's for icing or something. I don't know. All right. So start forming those cookies. Alright, now, sometimes I do grab some cookie cutters and make them in the mold, but we only have holiday cookie cutters. I don't really usually make cookies I don't usually shape cookies for any other reason except for Christmas. Alright, and we are going to grab some cookie dough and we are going to mold them into a circle and just plop them right on the sheet. But wait, I just realized something. Hold that thought. How about I use some parchment paper? Alright. Those cookies right here in a row. If you ever decide to try this cookie recipe, if you ever try to make this cookie recipe, um, be sure to, and if you can make a video on it, be sure to tag me to show me that how it turned out. Did it turn out well? Did it turn out nice? Go ahead and if you make a video of you trying this recipe, be sure to tag me in it so that way I know. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe, because I do a lot of content. Um, I do a lot of content that I think you might enjoy. So, in fact, I gotta say, my Instagram has been blowing up. I've been doing a lot of interesting videos on Instagram. It's gaining a lot of attention. All right. So now we have our 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We have our 11 cookies. Now, we're going to place those in. And we're going to set a timer for 15 minutes. All right, so before we wrap this up, let's go ahead and clean this. Sound good? 15 shout out to our birthday kid today who's, I'm not sure how old you are, but if your birthday's coming up or if you have a friend's birthday coming up, then go ahead and give them a shout out. And maybe I'll give them a shout out too. If you know someone whose birthday's coming up or whose birthday's already passed, go ahead and tag them or give them a shout out, and I'll shout out to them as well. All right. So we're gonna give that a 15-minute wait. Now, I see that we have some commenters here. So let's take a moment and respond to these commenters. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, you can't comment on people's comments on your device. It's very kind of weird to me. I'm not sure quite really why. So let's go ahead and comment on these comments.
After these messages. Lights on. I didn't understand you. Lights on. Morning. Hello. I'm so tired. Black coffee, no sugar. Enjoy coffee. Instead of building new ways for machines to talk to people, Chase is building new places for people to talk to people. Hi, welcome in. Hi. With tech that's actually helpful and 5,000 branches in 48 states. Chase, make more of what's yours. Your sisters are running early. Early? That's headache. We've got an hour. Try PainQuil, the max strength liquid pain reliever that starts working fast. PainQuil, the aches, pain, strains, head pounding, back aching, fights pain fast. Medicine, also in liquid caps. You know this grill. It's Weber. You know the sound. Smoker. The taste of the first bite. However you fire it up. We're with you every step of the way. Weber. Grilling begins here. Get Father's Day savings wherever Weber is sold. In Oklahoma means hail, and that means damage. At Graco Roofing and Construction, we inspect your roof for free, handle your insurance claim from start to finish, and make sure you get every dollar you're owed. Graco Roofing and Construction, your home storm-ready defense. For 3 generations, the John M. Ireland and Son Funeral Home and Chapel in Morris continue to serve the community by giving back to local schools, charitable organizations, and first responders. We provide pre-planning for funerals and cremation services at the most reasonable prices. We are proud to be a family-owned and operated funeral home. Award-winning funeral home year after year, our family believes in serving the people of our community. I'm John Ireland. And I'm Solon Daniels. You got our word on it. Oklahoma storm season doesn't wait, and neither can your business. A hail-damaged roof means downtime you can't afford. At Graco Roofing, we handle your commercial insurance claim fast, so you can stay focused on running your business. Graco Roofing and Construction, built for business. Now we turn to our show.
Sorry, I'm trying to get some stuff in here.
No more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. Yahoo! Free summer vacation. Yahoo! Yahoo! Hey, just an apple polishing minute. What is all this? Why, I haven't been in
All right, so I found out that to bake the cake you have to wait 15 minutes. To bake the cookies you only have to wait 8. So take a note of that. In fact, I'm gonna make a note of that right now.
You might like to know it's natural for little kids. Oh boy, no more classes, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. And also, it's rabbit season. I'm hunting rabbits, so be very, very quiet. Yeah? What's in it for me, Doc? What's in what for you? Hey, what's in it for me to be very, very quiet? Well, I didn't know I had to pay for quiet. How about a nickel? a pencil? Just send all contributions to Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny? Why, you're a pesky rabbit. I'm gonna blast you good. Oh, you got me, Doc. Right through the heart. I'm croaking. Oh boy, my first rabbit hunt and I'm cloaked off a ferocious rabbit. Well, come on, stop revoking and quote. Hey, just a minute. I got one more coming. Don't bury me not on the lone prairie, where the coyotes howl, yowee, yip, 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 yip. Yippee-yi-yi, get along, little doggy, get along, little doggy, yippee-yi-yi.
All right, there we go. All right. So for those of you who have just shown up, we are making some Shiver and Fear munchie cookies. And if you want to rewind the video and learn how to make these Shiver and Fear munchie cookies, then go ahead and do that. But these are for a number one fan whose birthday is coming up. And if you have a friend or know someone whose birthday is coming up, go ahead and comment below on who you're thinking about, and we'll give them a shout. We'll give them a shout out. In fact, if you want to comment right now, go ahead and comment, and we'll leave you a shout out as well, like we did Kaylee Diver. But anyway. But back to what I was saying before, I didn't really get to introduce it very well because things were kind of all over the place. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. That's not the remote. There we go. That's why it didn't work earlier. I was using the wrong remote. Sorry, anyway, like I was trying to say before, so before I was telling you that we have Shiver and Fear pins. Well, since we are going to Kids Across America this coming week, we are representing KAA. This is a pin that I am representing for Kids Across America, and that I will be donating to the camp starting Monday. So, if you are unaware of what Kids Across America is, it's a sports camp. It's a Christian sports camp. Has lots of fun activities. We learn about God. We learn about caring for one another. We learn about all sorts of stuff like that. And so, if you're interested in learning about it, check out my Kids Across America videos. I have some. I have some of the activities that goes on around the camp. I have. My friend Kel Mitchell representing Kids Across America in a video short, and yeah, everything like that. So if you're interested in learning about Kids Across America, if you know somebody who would love to go to Kids Across America, then definitely check it out because it's definitely worth it. All right, so let's go ahead and check our timer. Alright, so we have 4 more minutes left before checking all these cookies. So let's go ahead and look at them right now. You know what? Nope. I just realized that one thing that I have learned that is if you open the oven, then all the heat escapes, and that kind of ruins the whole baking experience. So we're not gonna do that. But anyway, we'll check on them in 4 minutes. But if there's any questions you have for Shiver and Fear or the things that we do here, then go ahead and leave a comment. Hey, you know what? I know a lot of you subscribe, and I really appreciate your subscribes. Thank you for subscribing. But one thing that I definitely would like for you to do is share these videos with your other friends. Share these videos with your other friends. If you know someone who likes to bake, if you know somebody who likes to read, if you know somebody who likes a little comedy, then definitely share my videos with them, because it's like I definitely appreciate your subscribing, but we definitely want to share the love with everyone else. So And for those of you who have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe because these are some very cool videos. Um, oh yeah, we have 2 minutes left, but before we get into our cookies, I do want to share with you that if you haven't known already, I do create music. You can check out my albums on YouTube as well. But there's one song that I think that you'll like, and it's called "Wanna Be My Date." And so we only have like 2 minutes, but here it is. This is my song. Do you want to be my date? And comment what you think about the song. I met a girl yesterday. I didn't know just what to say. She had these pretty eyes and she looked at me. So I walked over to her with glee and said, "What's your name? How do you do? What do you think about me and you?" She didn't say a word, but she winked at me. So I turned to her and said, "Do you wanna be my date? I can pick you up at 8. Promise I won't be late. Saying yes will be great. Do you wanna be my date? I can pick you up at 8. And I will say that this song is like a duet. So I think this is a very crafty song. My day, do you wanna be my day? I looked at him and said, "Oh dear, this is something that I kind of feared. I mean, he looks real nice and he's kind of cute. But I had to let him know, I just cannot be your date. Do not pick me up at it, even though you're really great. I just don't believe it's fate. I just cannot be your date. Do not pick me up at it. Now you're probably thinking like, wow, what in the world is this song? But when I wrote this song, I thought, what can I do to this song to kind of spread it out? Because if it was her and she said like, "Yes, I'll be your date," then it's like, okay, then what do I do with the third part of the song? And so I couldn't. I was like, you know what? The rejection might be a little interesting. I looked at him. He's kind of sweet. Maybe someone I love to meet. Now, if you're probably wondering who is that woman who's singing in the duet, okay, I will go and be your date. You can pick me up at it because you are really great. I'm just gonna tell you that you don't know. So, sure, I'll go and be your date. You can pick me up at it because you are really great, and I think it might be fate. Sure, I'll go and be your date. Yeah. All right, so our timer is up. So let's go check on those cookies. Wow, look how plump they are. I made those pretty big, huh? All right. So those are our Shiver and Fear munchies. Look how plump they are. They are so plump. I like that. I really do like that. So, um, if you're interested in trying these Shiver and Fear munchies, go ahead and watch the video. And if you want to add your own little surprise into it, like nuts or M&Ms or whatever, go ahead. This is not. I mean, the Shiver and Fear munchies is my recipe, of course. But I mean the idea, the cake mix and everything, that's free of range. Um, but anyway, this is AJ Hard saying, hey, chill out, enjoy the baking, and hopefully our number one fan will enjoy his birthday. Have fun.